Now at this point, once you've had a good mix, you could actually export your track. And by exporting it, I mean that your track will go through a rendering process where you have a single stereo file that comes out where everything's been combined together down to a stereo mix. So then you have a WAV file typically, or some sort of lossless file or uncompressed file, where you can then take that into another software maybe and do some sort of mastering, or you might want to send it off to a mastering engineer. You could use these tracks as they are without actually being mastered, but what mastering is really adding some more sizzle and to actually bring your levels up to more of a commercial level. It's not something that you can necessarily do on your own, because it typically requires you to be in a treated studio environment. So you have mastering engineers that typically get tracks sent into them that's been mixed down to a stereo file, which is what you would do after you do your mixing. As a beginner, you might not be necessarily looking to do mastering or getting your track sent off to be mastered. You might want to just do some DIY mastering yourselves. Well, the good news is that a lot of the music production softwares actually have a mastering chain. So this is a chain of plugins that you can put on your master channel on your mixing board, and actually these would do some sort of mastering to the track and make it sound a bit more professional. They may come with multiple presets, which you then have to try out and see which sounds best to your ears and what sounds true to what you're going for in terms of the song. To just get something to share online, those generally work well. But as with anything else in your software, you do need to spend time and experiment and maybe do several exports after you've added those mastering plugins, just to see what sounds good compared to other tracks that's actually been professionally mastered. Once again, once you've done that, you need to export the file. And what I would suggest is that you export two versions of your track. You export one in an uncompressed format such as WAV, and the other as an MP3 file. The reason for exporting to WAV and MP3 is so that you have the original quality as you recorded it in the WAV file. So that way, if you do need to take it back into some software to do some editing, some further editing, you can actually get that done without losing much of the quality. Whereas with MP3, because it's a compressed format, the file size is going to be a lot smaller, and therefore it's going to be much better for sharing online. Whereas a WAV file might be too large and might not be necessarily easy to upload to websites and such. Most music stores like iTunes and Google Play and Amazon and so on, they actually supply you with MP3 files when you do purchase music. So it's the standard for actually sharing music online. So you want to make sure that you have both WAV and both MP3. So at this stage, we'll be looking at actually sharing your music. And nowadays it's pretty easy to share your music online. One of my main recommendations is that you create a free SoundCloud account. So if you go to soundcloud.com, so SoundCloud is a music sharing platform, or it's an audio sharing platform. It's a social network of sorts, and it has lots of different people who wants to get their music out there, whether they're professionals already or whether they're amateurs or up and coming artists, bands, established musicians. A lot of people use SoundCloud. And the good thing with SoundCloud is that you can have your tracks up there and you're going to get like-minded people listening to your tracks and commenting in real time as they're listening. They're listening to the track, and they'll be able to, say what they like about it. Or you may get feedback about certain elements from other producers to say, look, maybe you should do this way, or whatever the case may be. So nowadays you can push your music out there without actually having to physically burn to CDs and then physically mail them off and stuff like that. Gone are the days when you have had to do that. Most of the times you're going to email your tracks to people that you want to listen to them, or you're going to share them online via SoundCloud, for example, where you just send a link to someone and say, hey, listen to my track on SoundCloud. And another good thing about SoundCloud is that you can embed their player. So the MP3 player that's on their website, you can actually get a piece of code that you can plug into a website. So if you've got your own website, or if you've got access to a web page that someone allows you to put an embed code in there, you can actually have your track played back within that website, but it's being hosted on SoundCloud and they're using the SoundCloud player within the website. It's an easy way to share your music on social media as well. So that's another way you could build an audience and sort of get your music listened to. So SoundCloud, I've been using it for a little while now. I also use YouTube. YouTube is one of the biggest platforms out there for sharing content in terms of music and video. Obviously YouTube needs some sort of a video format to upload your tracks with, so you do need to mess with video editing software to be able to get your track up on YouTube. But SoundCloud, you don't need to do any of that. You literally just upload an MP3 or a WAV file. It does accept WAV as well, and you can upload an image, a still image to go with the track, or you just leave it as it is, and people will be able to find your track, listen to it, and they can follow you and comment and things like that. So that's my main recommendation for you to actually distribute your music online, and that's through SoundCloud at the moment. So thanks for watching this video. I hope it's been really helpful, me going through, spending my time to actually educate anyone that wants to get started in music production on these things that they need to do. And please remember to subscribe to the channel so you can see when I do put out new videos, and check out my work on my website. The link will be in the video description, and I hope to see you in a future video. Take care.